Have you ever reached the end of December, looked back, and realized you are standing in the exact same spot you were in January? You had the goals, you definitely had the ambition, but somehow, the days just blurred into this gray sludge of routine. You wake up, you grind, you burn out, you sleep, and then you hit replay. It feels like being a passenger in a car that you're supposed to be driving, doesn't it? Well, here is the reality check, and I'm going to be blunt. Your life isn't defined by those one-off lucky breaks or the massive lottery wins. It is defined by your default settings. It's the invisible operating system you run every single day without even thinking about it. These tiny invisible protocols are doing one of two things. They are either compounding into a masterpiece or they are slowly decaying into regret. In this video, we are done with abstract, just believe in yourself fluff. I am going to break down 10 operational habits, actual system updates that genuinely rewire your existence. These aren't random hacks. These are protocols backed by behavioral economics, neuroscience, and high-performance data. And if you stick around for the finale, I'm going to share a bonus principle. It's a mental framework that hardly anyone talks about, but it is effectively the cheat code for instant peace of mind. Let's dive in. Habit number 1, the output before input protocol. Most people start their day on the defensive. The second your eyes open, you grab your phone. Immediately, you flood your cortisol receptors with other people's emergencies, the world's tragic news, and everyone else's agenda. You are literally training your brain to be reactive before your feet even hit the floor. Instead, try this. For the first 15 minutes of your day, put yourself on a strict, low-information diet. Do not consume, create. Drink some water, sit in a chair, and just write down your primary intention, or simply visualize how you want the day to go. Why does this work? It utilizes the hypnopompic state, that groggy, dreamlike window right after waking when your subconscious is wide open to suggestion. You need to tell your brain that you are the captain of this ship, not your notification tab. Habit number 2, the pattern interrupt movement. We have this misconception that fatigue is always mental. We think, I'm tired, I need a break. But often it isn't mental exhaustion, it is just physical stagnation. Here is the rule. The moment you feel that brain fog creeping in or that wall of resistance, you don't need a nap. You need a state change. Drop and do 20 jumping jacks, hold a plank, or walk briskly around the block. Tony Robbins calls this changing your state, and the science backs him up. When you radically change your physiology, your blood flow, your posture, your breathing, you instantly change your biochemistry. You are manually overriding that feeling of lethargy. Remember, momentum is not a feeling you wait for, it is a physics problem. You have to move the object to get it going. Habit number 3, the deep work fortress. Modern society treats the ability to juggle tasks like a superpower, but research on context switching tells a different, scarier story. Every time you swap tasks, your IQ effectively drops. Multitasking is a myth. You are just distracting yourself repeatedly and doing a mediocre job at everything. The fix? Block out 1 power hour daily. This is non-negotiable time. Put the phone in another room. Turn the Wi-Fi off if you have to. Focus entirely on the one project that actually moves the needle. Cal Newport defines this as deep work. In an economy designed to distract you, the ability to focus without interruption is the rarest and most valuable skill you can possess. 1 hour of deep work beats 8 hours of shallow, distracted busyness every single time. Habit number 4, the circadian sunset. Human biology is simply not evolved to stare into an LED sun at midnight, but that is exactly what your phone screen is. When you do that, you suppress melatonin, the hormone that regulates your recovery. The result isn't just being tired the next day. The habit is simple. Create a tech curfew. At 9 p.m., the devices get docked in the kitchen, not the bedroom. Replace that screen time with analog inputs, real paper books, actual conversation, or stretching. You are signaling to your autonomic nervous system that the hunt is over, the day is done, and it is safe to power down. This is how you reclaim your evenings for genuine restoration, rather than just numbing yourself with digital noise. Habit number 5, the Sunday audit. Most people live life reactively, running around putting out fires as they appear. The antidote to this chaos is the Sunday audit. Take just 20 minutes before the week starts to look at the battlefield. What are the 3 non-negotiable objectives for the next 7 days? Review your calendar. Clear the physical clutter from your desk so you aren't fighting a mess on Monday morning. General Eisenhower once said, "Plans are nothing. Planning is everything." This habit moves you from being a passive participant in your week to the strategic director of it. You stop asking, "What should I do right now?" and start simply executing what you already planned. Habit number 6, the mirror neuron rule. We biologically mimic those around us. It's a phenomenon called emotional contagion. If your 5 closest contacts are cynical, lazy, or stagnant, your willpower cannot save you. You must engineer your environment. Ensure you are interacting with people or consuming content that challenges you to upgrade. If you cannot change your physical friends yet, change your digital ones. Listen to mentors, read biographies, engage with builders. Think of it this way. Your social input is the software your brain runs on. Do not install a virus. Habit number 7, the positive scan. We are evolutionarily wired to look for threats. Our ancestors were scanning for the saber-toothed tiger in the bushes. In modern life, since there are no tigers, this instinct manifests as constantly seeing what we lack. To fix this, you need to retrain your reticular activating system. This is the filter in your brain that decides what is important. Before bed, identify 3 wins from the day. Did you handle a tough client well? Did you eat a healthy lunch? This is called the reverse gap, measuring how far you've come rather than how far you have left to go. And look, this isn't just woo-woo positive thinking. It physically strengthens the neural pathways associated with resilience and satisfaction. Habit number 8, the 15-minute download. Warren Buffett was once asked the key to success. He pointed to a stack of books and said, "Read 500 pages like this every day." That's how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest. Now, you might not do 500 pages, but you can certainly do 15 minutes. Listen to audiobooks during a commute. Read a documented article while drinking your coffee. If you aren't feeding your mind new data, you are operating on outdated software. The key here isn't intensity, it's consistency. A small daily investment in learning yields a massive ROI over a decade. Habit number 9, strategic silence. Blaise Pascal famously said, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." We are terrified of silence because that is when the truth speaks. But you need to bookend your day with stillness. No music, no podcasts, no background noise. Just 5 to 10 minutes of sitting with your own thoughts in the morning and evening. This activates the brain's default mode network, which is the specific state where creativity and complex problem solving actually happen. You need silence to process the noise of the world. Habit number 10, bias toward action. Analysis paralysis is the enemy of progress. We wait for the perfect plan, the perfect timing, but the map is not the territory. You only learn the terrain by walking it. Adopt the 70% rule. If you have 70% of the information and 70% of the confidence, go. Launch the website, ask for the raise, start the workout. Action produces data. Thinking only produces theories. Confidence is not a prerequisite for action, it is a byproduct of it. The bonus habit, the Stoic zoom out. The ancient Stoics practiced something called memento mori, which translates to, remember you must die. I know, it sounds morbid, but it is actually incredibly life-affirming. When you are stressed about a deadline, a rude comment, or a mistake you made, zoom out. Ask yourself, in 5 years, or on my deathbed, will this moment matter? 99% of the time, the answer is no. This habit instantly strips away the ego and the trivial anxieties. It clarifies what is essential, your character, your connections, and your peace. It reminds you that your time is finite, so you better stop wasting it on things that don't count. These are 10 levers you can pull to shift the trajectory of your life. It won't happen overnight. Transformation is a slow burn, not a firework. But the time will pass anyway. You might as well use it to build something worth living. So, I have a question for you. Which of these protocols are you installing today? Don't just watch this video and scroll to the next one. Drop your answer in the comments below. Let's make it public accountability. If this analysis added value to your day, hit like and subscribe, and send this to a friend who is ready to level up. Your future self is waiting for you to make the move. Start now.